only 5,635 pounds. This is the impressively lightweight Apex 289 LE Coachmen here at Haylet RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Gusty day here, so pardon the wind noise if you're picking it up. If you'd like to see if we have one of these in stock and available, please just visit the link in the video description that says check for price and availability. Or if you'd like to learn a little more, you have a couple specific questions, give our sales team here in Coldwater, Michigan a call and you can learn more about them. Now, this is the LE series of Apexes from Coachmen. This is the everything that matters, nothing that doesn't series. They didn't go crazy affecting the price tag, affecting the weights by adding a bunch of fluff features. This is, who is this for? I guess that's a question. So either, let's say you've got a half ton or a big SUV, or it doesn't matter. I don't care if you got a 3/4 ton. If what I'm about to say fits you, then this is the right RV. If you're looking for something that is just exceptionally well crafted, this has among the best service records of anything we carry here at Haylet RV. And if you scan around, you can see that we just have an impressive number of different brands and offerings available here at our 15-acre dealership. We typically have between 400 to 500 RVs in stock, and the Apex series from Coachmen is one of 3 brands with just sterling records. I'm going to say that 100 times because it's true. They've earned every bit of my admiration. So you're looking for something that is simple, that is light, that is towable. You're looking for something that will hold together extremely well. You're not going to have to bring it back for silly crap warranty stuff back to a service center. I want something that's going to last me 5, 10, 15 years until the kids are out of the house. And then me and the missus, or me and the husband as it were, depending on who's watching the video, we're going to swap it out and get that luxury fifth wheel of our dreams. Congratulations. This is, I can't think of a better fit for that description than this RV right here. We really noticed we kind of had a gap in our bunkhouse lineup here. We didn't have a like inexpensive super slide private bunkhouse model. We had plenty of beautiful private bunkhouses, whether it's like the 292 BHDS Freedom Express, which is the other Coachmen lightweight brand that we carry here at Haylet's. There were a lot of good options that we had, but we just didn't have one that was like just simple, straightforward, no nonsense. Now, what impresses me so much is here in the LE series, it's not what they peeled out. It's what's left here, because they did it 100% the right way. Like you see that tongue-mounted spare tire. That's a function item. This RV is 100% function. They didn't do something just for the sake of fashion. They did everything for the sake of functionality here. So the best way you can think of this, you have 3 trim levels of Apex RVs. There's the LEs, the Apex, and then the Summit series. Think of it like a car, like LS, LT, LX. So if you like everything you see here, and anything structural that I tell you will also apply. If you like everything you see here, that can also apply to the 289 TBSS Apex that we carry here at Haylet's, or the Summit edition with the nose cap and the fluffy upgrades that are nice, but you don't need them. This is everything you need. This is pure function. Now, anything that revolves around structure, like the Asdel laminated side panels, they did not remove here. This is a fully aluminum skeletoned RV, which is one of the reasons it's so darn lightweight. Full walk-on roof, laminated roofing, laminated walls, laminated floor. I mentioned before I get too far along, one of the reasons I'm backing up so far here, something I want to talk about, is the low clearance, the low riding height of Apex models. One of the areas we've seen a lot of success with these is because they are so light, they can use a little thinner beam chassis and it keeps them lower to the ground. So someone's like, yeah, but it only has a double step. It doesn't need a triple step. A triple step would dig into the dirt. It wouldn't even work. So if you put, for instance, we've had people say, hey, you got a full shop. Can you guys install low-profile air conditioners? The answer is, heck yes, we can. We do everything at Haylet RV. Well, if you put a low-profile air conditioner on many of these Apexes, I believe this model included, you can actually get your overall clearance so low that you can often fit them into a big garage. So there's something that's very easy to store, keep. You have seal gripping, leak preventing slide walls. You have all tinted windows, including slide side windows, so you get good cross breeze and airflow, because that's a function thing. Remember I said that they're pure function, they don't peel out anything that that matters in terms of structure. Well, you can save money in a lot of brands when you start getting into the price-sensitive segments of the RV business. You will often run into either windows on the sides of the slide that do not open, or just no windows on the sides of the slide. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, obviously the benefit is you're going to save money, but something about Coachmen, they will not sacrifice storage, they will not sacrifice function. I will give them a lot of credit where it's due. So I mentioned this as that walk-on roof. You've got backup camera prep. If you are interested, we can install one of those for you here at the shop before you take it home. Now the 289 is going to have a low-profile outside kitchen. This has just a giant storage compartment back here, and that's not a bad thing either. More storage is never the wrong answer. What they did that is so intelligent, though, if you're like, man, I really wanted that outside kitchen. Well, what they've done is they've included a power outlet back here. So if you want to install a little mini fridge, you can do that. And then you could always just get one of those little Coleman grills and pop it in there, and congratulations, that's basically an outside kitchen. Meanwhile, you can use it for all kinds of stuff. Now what's really neat, because again, it's a function item, is this maintains the exact same outside awning and speaker lighting package that you see on the rest of the Coachmen Apex family. And that is very cool. It has a very aggressive profile to it, so that you get some extremely good illumination at night with this thing, because, you know, fun doesn't stop just because the sun went down. The awning arms can be tilted for like rain runoff and whatnot. This is a triple step, I'm sorry. It's the non-super slide models that are double step. See, I've done too many videos today. I'm just screwing myself up all over the place. So the tongue mounted spare tire, I mentioned that earlier, but I didn't really expand on it. That improves load equalization because weight up front tows better than weight in the back. It also leaves the bumper open if you want to add a bike rack, and in a bunkhouse like this, you may be inclined. Speaking of bunks, let's hop inside. Everywhere I look in here, I'm just really happy with what I see. Everything is simple, clean, rock solid, extremely well thought out and executed. Like they use thicker, heavier duty sofa cushions in Apex models. You know, when you start getting into your very price sensitive stuff, you can get into some pretty cutthroaty junk stuff. Now the window's killing me. Well, the sun's killing me through those windows, so I had to pull the shades. But remember, all shades, including slide sides, open for airflow. Now, we've got a full centralized AC system. We've got cabinet ducted heating, which is neat, especially in a bunkhouse, because there's nothing wrong with floor ducted heating. It's technically a little bit more efficient, although in a small space like this, it doesn't really make that much of a difference. But when you have floor heat vents, the kids can drop Skittles and paper clips and all kinds of little treasures from their pockets in those things. And then you, mom and dad, have to find a way to clean them. And it's not that it's impossible, it's just not fun or easy. And again, if you like everything you see here, but you want a jazzier version of it, then give us a call. Say, hey, you got a 289 TBSS, or you got something like that? And yeah, probably we do. Like a very fancy upgraded version of something like this would probably be like the 292 BHDS Freedom Express, which is the other Coachmen ultralight that we carry here at Haylett RV. These tend to be the small ones, those tend to be the big ones. I wanted to make sure I took some time to talk about this kitchen peninsula because it's going to be easily missed. This shoe garage is one of my favorite things. I love shoe garages. I'm a sucker for them all over the place. And this cabinet door right here allows for full access to every square inch of the countertop storage space in here, so you don't lose anything in this. Now you see that white appliance outlet right below the countertop line there, and just like all Coachmen ultralights that we carry here at Haylett RV, we still have thermal foil countertops. We have the pressed resin membrane countertops so that water can't sponge and penetrate. I'm watching the camera. I guess we're doing the kitchen now. The drawers. We've still got triple full extension drawers. They actually extend out further than that. I just didn't want to leave them out too far and end up tripping over and backing up or something like that. And they use a big little sink, a split sink here in Apex models, because a lot of Apex models are very popular for off-the-grid camping. Well, when you're drawing from a fresh water tank, you don't want to fill up that big sink because you'll empty your tank too fast. So they include one little basin if need be. They still have that nice little stainless appliance bundle in here. This is still not stapled cabinetry because, again, structure is function, and this is function first. So this is still pocket screwed cabinetry that's not going to fall apart on you. Now, both your booth dinette and your sofa can fold down into sleepers, so if the rear bunkhouse area is not quite enough sleeping, you can maximize that even further. Now right here in the middle is an additional closet with a couple dresser drawers on it. It could easily be converted into pantry space with a little shelf organizer system, but it's also right across from the bathroom, so it's a very good spot to have a couple towels if need be. And 2 drawers there. If I had a bunch of kids filling this thing up, I would call those drawers socks and underwear. And having a drawer just for socks with a bunch of kids in a bunkhouse is so useful. Now, just like in the kitchen, you still have that thermofoil countertop here that has that sealed edge. So again, not going to have sponge issues. And you have both a skylight and a power vent fan in here. So I didn't even bother turning on the light, because when I'm not staring directly at a skylight, you can see it's actually very comfortable and bright in here. Again, great for dry camping when you don't want to burn up extra electricity off your battery if you can help it. Now, what was probably the smartest thing they did in this entire RV, they could have said, well, we're trying to be price effective, we're just going to do a curtain here. They didn't. They still included that sliding privacy door, and that's one of the smartest things they could have done, I think. So you've got a pair of dedicated individual bunks on the left side, very reminiscent of a quad bunk, and they both have their own windows for airflow. You have plenty of lights back here. But what you have here is this L-shaped bunk arrangement. So if you have, maybe you don't have 4 kids, but maybe you have like a big kid. Well, this isn't basically like a, well, almost 8-foot wide bunk. So if you have a really long, tall kid, they can sleep up here. The little sofa down here also folds down into a little sleeper. And when you sleep corner to corner on that, that's also quite generous in its own size. But the another thing they've done well in here is this little corner arrangement. Great extra storage for all the kids' stuff with the shelves. And if you do allow them to bring entertainment stuff for a rainy day, it still has all the hookups to be able to accommodate the kids. And that, like I said, privacy pocket door, such a big deal. Here's a good look at a cross breeze window right there. You can see that in the slide out. By the way, do the wedding ring test. Listen, you can hear the difference between wood and foam. There's nothing necessarily inherently wrong with MDF foam fascia. But if you ask somebody if they'd like their camper built out of wood or foam, they're like, well, wood, right? And yeah, probably. But foam is lighter weight, it's less money, it's easy to mold, but it's also super easy to dig and scar up, you know. This is something I've noticed Apex started doing recently, and I cannot fathom why more manufacturers have not done this. And now, it's less impressive here in the LE series, the base level series, versus the full-blown Apex or the Summit editions that would also have a TV, because the base level series just has basic enclosure, no TV installed. But if you pull your little grenade pin, boom! Speaking of grenades, boom. And you've seen spinning TVs before, so you're probably puzzled as to why I'm so impressed by this. And the answer is because they actually included the entertainment unit in this spinning TV housing. And I cannot even understand why that's so uncommon. Especially if you put a TV in this. When you turn the TV around, you want to be able to like push the buttons and manipulate a DVD player. Now, this is just a little Bluetooth stereo system right here, but if you choose to upgrade your entertainment, you're going to want to be able to utilize that from the bedroom. You don't want to have to get up, you don't want to have to come out here, grab the remote, then change channels, and then come back. I mean, you don't have to do that. You just don't, it's just smarter. I don't understand why it's not more common. Your bedroom area up front, simple, but simply effective. What more do you need? Now, what is cool here, if you notice, this is a walk-around little queen. And that's the hiccup a lot of people have. Now, this does have the shorter Camp Queen mattress, but you can walk around it. Now, if you want the full true queen mattress, they did leave you the room to do that, although you'll sacrifice the walk-around ability. I think that makes sense. I don't know if that's a word, but I think you get it. Now, when you get into this kind of price-sensitive segment, you get a lot of overhead shelves, you lose cabinets. Again, storage is function, and this is function first, and they did not peel function out of this. They still have the mirrored wardrobes, for instance. You still have your side stands. Everything that is really important is still done here. That's what I like about it. It is everything you need, nothing you don't. And I cannot express enough how impressive the service records on Apex models have been. I don't care if it's their little 19-foot nanos or their big 30-foot double-slide bunkhouse or whatever. Everything they make has been absolutely sterling. It stays in your driveway. It does not come back to ours. I don't know what more you would want than that. So give us a call, 800-256-5196. Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Take care. Stay safe. Have fun. Happy camping, everyone. Give us a call.